Hi everyone, it's Alex from Fit Body Ladies and we are back with our next podcast. Today I am joined by Kristian, coach in Northampton, and also my brother. And today we are going to be having a bit of a chat about, as you know, we like to do crazy challenges. So we're going to talk about the next challenge that we're doing, which is just over a month away. But what I would like to ask is, if you're enjoying listening to us, please do like, share, follow us, because the more listeners we can get, the bigger our podcast gets. And that is what the most important thing is. We want to spread our message and share what we're doing, and also enlighten you with the tips and techniques for getting healthier, being fitter, and having fun. So today we wanted to talk about the challenge that we are doing. That is myself and my brother. We've done the 1,000 steps. 100,000 steps. Sorry, 100,000 steps.
100,000.
And what else have we done? I've walked Snowdon this year.
Wolf Run.
What have you done this year?
Not much apart from that one, the 100,000 steps one, I don't think.
Oh, better get yourself sorted then. Right. Well, the one that we are doing, and I'm assuring if you're into the world of fitness, you will have heard of Hyrox. Hyrox is an event. I think you can do it individually.
Yeah, you can do it. I think individually. We're doing obviously as a pair.
There's an elite. I think there's a pro, isn't there?
Yeah,
and it goes. And there is age categories as well. Yeah, that's right. Okay, female and male. However, Kristian and I are doing the mixed doubles. Mm-hmm. So what does that entail? Well, it's going to be in Birmingham on the
21st October.
21st, which is a Saturday. Don't know what time we're starting yet, but at some point on the 21st. It's made up of 8 rounds.
Yeah, well, it's like 16 stations.
16 stations.
Every other station is a run, isn't it?
A kilometre run. So station number 1 is a 1,000-metre ski erg. For those that you don't know, ski erg is a big it's a floor standing machine. It could be a wall standing machine in which you pull handles down in a skiing motion. Then followed by that, we do a kilometre run, which effectively I think is our kind of recovery period. Yeah. The next is a sled push. Now the weight on that is 152 kgs. That is double my body weight. Heavy. And we have to push that for 100 metres between us. Yeah. So again, everything is between us. So 1,000-metre skier between us, kilometre run together, and then we go into a sled push of 100 metres between us. Then next round is kilometre run together. Then we go into a sled pull. This time the weight drops to 103 kilos. Still pretty bloody heavy. 2 times 20, so 100 metres of that, so 50 metres each. Another run. Then we have 80 metres of burpee broad jumps. So burpee, stand up, big jump. So again, technique's going to be the bigger jump you get, the less burpees you've got to do. Then another run, then a 1,000-metre row between us, another run, then a 200-metre kettlebell farmer's carry to 24 kilos in each hand. So in my head, I'm just imagining lots of shopping and trying to get to the car as quickly as I can.
Or airport and stuff like that.
Yeah. You know, when your arms are like hanging on fingertips and like all the hands get stuck in that position. Another run, then 100-metre sandbag lunges, 20 kilos on our back.
Yeah, again, between us,
so 50 metres each. And then another run, 100 wall balls, 6 kilos. Oh, it's 6 kilos. I thought it was 7.
No,
actually, all right. I'm okay then with that.
Yeah.
Do you run after that?
No, because I think we missed the first, and the first one is a run.
Oh, okay. So you run.
So as soon as you finish the wall balls, that's it.
You're done.
Over. Yeah.
So you run first, then skier.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, okay, that's fine then. Okay, so let's just have a quick chat about each of those rounds and how we think we might approach these then. So skier. I don't mind skier, but I think
I don't mind it.
My shoulder's not particularly great. You're quick on the skier.
Yeah, I don't mind. I've done it quite a lot, so I don't mind it too much.
So what's the plan then? 250? 250 metres
I think
each?
so. I think it's quite easy. Like, it's quite an easy one to change partner. I try, give it to you. As soon as I've done my 250, let's say, all I've got to do is just give you the handles. I haven't got to get out of anything. Give you the handles and you just start doing it.
So we should do that So do you know how quick you do 500 metres on that?
500 metres?
Yeah.
Bit under 2 minutes.
Okay, so we're looking at like 5 minutes then on that. Between us.
Yeah, I think we could get that done in about
4.5 to 5 minutes. Okay, fine. prior to that, we'll have run a kilometre. Now, running, I don't mind running, but I'm not particularly quick.
No, I'm not much of a runner.
No, so. I'm not a sprinter. I don't mind a good plod. However, we probably need to be aiming for no more than 6-minute rounds really on that, because that would make it like, if we aim for like on average 10-minute rounds, sort of 80 minutes. I think there was a woman post on TikTok the other day. They did it in.
Yeah, I don't know. Adrenaline will hit you, so you probably end up you'll tend to go a bit faster. As soon as the adrenaline kind of kicks in, you're like, off we go. You'll kind of ease into it a bit, but I think
nothing gives way.
I think we'll start quite quickly.
Not only that, let's just say that the reason that these weights and stuff are so heavy is because Kristian's so much younger than me that we have to add our age together and divide it by 2. So that gives our average age, which works out at less than 40.
Yeah. So
therefore, that means I have to do heavier weights.
Yes, test you. That's what you want.
Okay, so ski erg, 250 metres each, running, aiming for 5.5 to 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Sled push. Now, the other day we had a go at this. I thought it was quite heavy what we pushed, but I managed it. I did 60 metres broken up into 20-metre rounds. Kristian did do this weight yesterday and said...
It's really heavy.
really heavy.
Like, neither of us are the biggest or the strongest. So this kind of stuff's the hard bit.
Oh, this is going to be...
The other bits I don't find too daunting.
This is going to be about conserving energy.
Yeah. And
like making, when you're resting, just like not shouting about and jumping around.
This is the bit that will take the longest.
Yeah.
It's going to take us a little while. To do 100 metres, that's going to take us a little while, I think. Not like loads and loads of time, but...
It's going to be the longest round.
Yeah, it's just going to take us a while.
Okay. Then again, we're just going to have to break it up as and when. Like we were doing like 10 metres, then swap 10, churning around 10 metres. So if we could do 20 metres at a go, what's that make? That's only an extra 5, isn't it? It's pushing that absolute heavy weight. It's double my weight. It's like basically rolling me as a dead weight.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, but
2 of me, in fact.
If we pace and swap properly, I think we'll be okay. It's just knowing that that's going to take most of the time and not worrying about it, I think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm feeling like your legs aren't absolutely... Yeah, because you've got to run after that.
Yeah, after that. Okay, fine. And then sled pull. I'm less worried about the pull.
Yeah, the fact it's a lot heavier than the sled push one.
Lighter,
not as daunting as... Yeah, lighter. So much lighter than the sled push one. It's not as daunting as the push one. I think as long as you get the right kind of technique to it,
it's because you've got to stand in a box, haven't you? You can't go in and out legs
to help you drive backwards rather than just
I think you can
pull it.
You can walk in the box though, can't you? So like
I don't know how big the box is, so
hold the rope and then pull the... You can see we've done a lot.
Yeah, I because what I was doing yesterday.
What are you thinking? Yeah.
So a bit like one big grab in front of you, then pull. Like big pull, but use like your legs, almost like tug of war. Like
drive,
pull, and then again. Drive rather than just hand over hand.
Okay.
Big drive.
Did you move your feet at all, or like as in, or is it just like a big?
No, it's just in the same spot. Pull. Okay. Re-grab. Pull. Okay. Re-grab.
Okay. And then run.
Yeah.
And then the burpee broad jumps. Now the key to this, I think, is going to be the biggest jump.
It just depends how much energy you think the jump's going to take out of you. I think.
You almost got to jump into the burpee. So like jump. Down onto your hands, legs out, in, jump again.
Yeah.
That sounds so easy.
Yeah, I watched a few videos of it, and a lot of the guys do just almost like lots of small jumps.
Lots of small jumps, okay.
Yeah, so it doesn't like just take too much energy.
And not only
like
that, these burpees have to be ground to floor.
Yeah, you've got to lie all the way down, get back up, jump. So I don't know, like lots of people I've seen have just done like just lots of small ones, so the jumps don't take loads of energy out of you every time. Yeah, okay. And you can kind of just keep moving. Yeah, okay. And I almost for me, I'd imagine you could probably get close to a metre jump every time.
Yeah, I think so.
So I kind of say, right, if I do 40 burpees, it's going to be close to my go over.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's it. Like I'm thinking 20 and then swap, 20 and then swap.
Yeah, and then what?
Because that gives you enough rest time as the second person to kind of recoup your...
Okay. Yeah, and I don't think we'd have much distance to their makeup once we've done all.
When you hear this podcast, guys, it'd be lovely to hear any techniques you think that we could employ. That might help us with that. Running and then row. Row, I don't mind a row.
No.
I'm just not particularly quick. I think you've just got to get your technique. If you can get your technique right with regards to the row, and I think on that, like...
I think so, because we're going to be that far into it, like, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
The fifth station outside of running.
Yeah.
So we're quite far into it, so we're probably going to be quite tired. So I don't think it's be about trying to go really fast.
No, it's just consistently get those meters
effort.
under those.
I
think, yeah, you're right. Like maybe a 500 meters, like stay on it for your 500 meters and then swap, so the other person gets a rest.
Yeah, because the one after that, obviously, then run again after that. Then it's carrying.
Yeah, that's all right.
It's not energy taxing.
It's just
hard on the hands and grip and stuff.
Are you going to wear gloves?
No, I can't. I don't feel like grip very well.
Are you going to take chalk? Do you think there's chalk there?
I doubt it. I don't know if that's one of the things you're allowed or not.
We'll take some chalk.
Yeah.
Liquid chalk. Then we can put it on our hands. Good for a little bit of grip. Yeah,
I don't think that'd be too bad. It'd be long, 200 meters, but it won't be too bad.
It's more about just go.
Yeah, I think people we've spoken to who've done it before said that's the easiest station.
Okay.
Were
they doing 24 or were they doing less?
No, I think they were doing 24.
Okay,
I think so.
Is this like a man's? This is like a man's
weight, basically.
Man's weight.
Yeah, so you're in for it.
A man's weight. Okay, fine. And then run, and then 100 sandbag lunges. I've been practicing them, so I'm all right with them.
Yeah, 100 meters of that's fine.
So that's basically 50 lunges.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically 50 lunges.
Each, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd say that. And I think, again, if you break them up into like 25s, because I'm assuming it's not just 100 metres straight, it's probably, if you're doing the sled push and pull, it'd be similar sort of distance, like 25 metres, and then you can swap 25 metres.
I think the key's going to be, if you're trying to be fast.
Yeah.
We're not trying to be fast.
We're not trying to be fast. We're literally going to get around it. Yeah.
We're not racing. There'll be lots of people there racing. Yes. We're not really racing.
We are not in the racing category.
We just want to say we've done it.
Yeah.
But there's lots of different ways you can like swap the sandbag over.
Oh, is there?
Yeah. So like, for example, so if you're doing yours and you've finished, that's my go.
Yeah. Can I lift it onto your back?
Yeah, you could go, and then I start, or we could stand back to back.
Okay.
And I grab it off you and then start going.
Yeah, because I find that getting it up and over is the hardest bit for my shoulders.
So if we can avoid that.
Yeah. So if we're just trading off.
Maybe we'll just have to practice before we start or something. If there's like a warm-up station.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, or we just do it here.
Yeah, we'll just do it here. And then finally, we're then a run and then the 100 wall balls. I know I've been practicing with the 6. I hadn't been, but now I've been doing some more shoulder work. I think as long that again is going to be down to, do you want to do it in 10s or 20s?
20s, I think.
I don't think
10s are just too many swappings, I think.
Well, I might get 15 in.
That's fine. But the thing is, it's the last one, so you might be like, sod it, come on, just get it done. You see the finish line.
It's hitting the target, though. That's always the problem. I get to about 10, and then I'm like, I can't get enough power.
And I think one thing will be annoying on that is like there's like judges.
No.
Yeah. So this is the thing. Depends how
didn't hit it.
How strict your judge is going to be on like hitting depth and hitting the target.
Yeah. Well, again, on the knee walk, because on the sandbags you've got to do the knees.
Yeah,
touch the knee down.
Touch the floor. Yeah.
How?
I don't know. I'd imagine
is
that
somebody
one,
there going, that knee didn't touch. That knee didn't touch.
On that one, I don't know. But on the wall ball one, I'm definitely sure there's someone standing next to you, watching you do it.
Counting for one.
And then also, but again, it depends. Like if they're strict on it, like no. It's like, come on, mate. Otherwise, they could be they might realise that we just want to get through this, and like, just keep going, just as long as you hit the target.
Maybe if I just cry. Just start crying.
It's a tactic.
Just start crying.
Just doesn't want to deal with it. Like
I just can't do it anymore.
I'll mark it down. But no, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about any of the. I'm like having now had a go at all of these now. It's now just getting that weight up and being consistent with the training, and I think that's the most important thing. Like anything, just being consistent with our training. Like we've said, twice a week doing Hyrox training, in addition to the stuff that we already do, and then when we're doing it, just trying to be steady throughout, not going out too hard on some of the things where we're like, oh, actually, this is all right. I think
that'll be harder than we think, though, just because it's.
There's going to be loads of people. And you're going to be like,
people watching.
Oh my god! Like when you're at the beginning,
adrenaline hits you. Like, let's go. So I think that'll be difficult, but I think once we're like almost like 2 stations in, that'll just settle.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of into it. You're like, let's get through this kind of thing.
Yeah, it'd be good. I'm really looking forward to it.
It's good. It's one of those things where nothing's like, it's not scary like in terms of like, it's
it's
an obstacle I've got to get over where I could hurt myself or anything like that. Everything is like doable.
Things that we do.
Yeah, it's
functional.
Very, like, everyone can do it. That's the thing. It's not scary. It's going to be hard.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. It's going to be hard to do it, but it's fairly straightforward stuff. Like,
I'm going to be thinking about like apocalypse training while I'm doing it. Like, thinking like, if I was ever caught in an apocalypse, then a zombie apocalypse, then I would have to push a sled because that would be like pushing boulders out the way.
Boulders.
To block, or to push what's it called, like a thing in the way of the door, like something to stop the zombies getting in. Pull would be the same if I needed to get out of a room. I'd be like, right, I need to pull it out of the way to get out. The wall balls would be like practice at like throwing,
getting your kids over the wall.
Yeah, or like got to throw things at the zombies to like,
maybe
kill them off.
It's an interesting way of doing it.
Yeah, well, I've got to think you've got to make things fun, otherwise you just be like that's the way.
Yeah, it will be fun though, I think.
Yeah, it will. It's really interesting to see how many people do it. It's now becoming a much more popular.
Yeah, it's a really popular thing.
Really
popular in the fitness world. Essentially.
Yeah, it's kind of taken over, and they do it all over now, don't they? They do it like
Europe. I think America.
I think America do it as well. So I think like those who are at the gyms, I think I think even our gym in Wellingborough, she's looking at maybe affiliating herself with some Hyrox training as well. So again, if this is a success and we think, oh yeah, this is great, I'll definitely be looking at maybe thinking about getting some of the ladies from our gyms to participate. It would be awesome to go up there and do a couple of different pairs, have different people entering at different stages.
They do like a relay version.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, so basically you don't have to... You can do everything. You have to do it as a team. You don't have to do every single bit. Yeah. So like one person goes and does a bit of rowing or something, comes back, someone else does the next bit. So you can split it up almost as a team.
That's cool.
Which makes it, I guess, less daunting for beginners. Thinking, oh my God, I've got to run 8 kilometres and I've got to do all this.
Yeah, again,
you can kind of split it as a team.
It's a bit like when people do when we did the wolf run. Like it's a 10-kilometre run, but it's broken up with all the obstacles. So it's not, you don't have to run 10 kilometres straight out. I think that's what people get fearful of. So many people don't enjoy running because they get out of breath, or they think it, if you can start off by just thinking, right, okay, I've got to run a kilometre, 1,000 metres. Honestly, 1,000 metres is not actually that far. And it doesn't matter how long it takes you. It's just basically just getting out one foot in front of the other. You don't have to, I imagine there'll be people who'll be walking it by the end because they'll be tired. It's just hoping all our injuries hold up and we don't end up with like
touch wood,
like no busted knees or hips or anything like that. So once we've done Hyrox, what have we got planned, or what do we want to do? I would like to do Paris to London bike ride. That's the one. Or London to Paris bike ride. That's the one I would really like to do. I think it runs pretty much throughout the year at different stages.
Is that?
About 300 miles.
You read up on people that have done it before, like how long it's
So one of the ladies from the Northampton gym, she's done it.
Okay.
In fact, I think 2 people have done it. Sylviane and Nicola.
Okay.
So I think they've both done it.
Yeah.
At different times. I think Sylviane did. Yes, yeah. Again, I think mixture of weathers. Some people have had great weather. Some people have not had not so great weathers. I think there've been instances where things have, tyres have got... That's my biggest fear. Tiny little tyres and then...
Yeah. Because neither of us are that experienced, like road cycling on proper road bikes.
No.
So that's the thing that's daunting. Like you say, the super thin tyres on like a wet road or something with cars going by.
Yeah. Or
you're like, oh my God.
A puncture.
Yeah. Basically.
So yeah, again, I'd need to make sure that there's somebody who could change my puncture.
Yeah, you might have to do it as like a team, like make sure there's like not a mechanic as such, but
no,
someone who knows what to do.
They have a van man.
Oh, okay.
Who follows around either at the front or the back. Yeah, but that's one I would like to do. And then we've put some stuff out for next year, things that are for the ladies to do at Northampton, and we've opened that up. So Snowdon. Yeah. That will be just a nice... It's tough in places, but again, quite achievable for a lot of people. National Three Peaks, that's the next one. So a next big one we would like to do as a group.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
That would be really good fun, because I think that will require quite a bit of training. And a lot of commitment, because it is, I think it's more of the travelling in between.
Yeah,
I don't think
it's a lot of the driving, isn't it?
A lot of the driving, yeah. If we do it as an organised tour, then obviously you can have somebody who drives you in between. So I think if we look back to when we did the Yorkshire Three Peaks, which is now 4 years ago.
Yeah.
It's it literally is 4 years ago. It's at the beginning of October or end of September. It would have been this weekend coming up.
Yeah, 2019.
So we went to Vegas after that. Yeah. The thing that I found the hardest on that was not the actual peaks themselves. It was the walking in between. The in-between bit. Because you're on a time schedule, and if anything's hurting or you're hungry or you're a little bit slow or you're trying to keep people moving, it can feel like a bit of a chore to be doing 4 miles between peaks. The thing I think that will get you on the national 3 peaks, and I don't know this because I've not done it, is you start so early in the morning, you do a peak, you then have to drive 5 hours to the next one, do another peak, and then by the time you get to the final one, it can be quite late on in the day, if not nighttime, and you're walking with a head torch and tired as well, probably a little bit seized up from sitting in a car for nearly 10 hours. And keeping yourself motivated, getting yourself back into that.
Yeah, right. I think that's probably where it's important in the car journey parts, like
resting.
Recover properly. If you can catch up on some sleep maybe at points.
Drinking plenty of water, eating properly,
and keeping yourself motivated. So, I guess.
Thinking that I've got another peak to do. Not seeing as it too daunting, but just thinking that's one more to kind of tick off my box.
1 down, 2 to go, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Any other challenges that you've kind of looked at and thought, I wouldn't mind doing that?
Not I can think off the top of my head.
Do you know anyone who's done anything crazy? Oh, okay. Now, one that I do like the look of is, I think it's called Race to the Sun, and that's a hike, a bike, and a canoe. Oh, you've talked about this before. Yeah. And again, you can do that in teams of 2 or 3. Yeah. There's some great. Yeah, I think it's charity based, so again, you can raise money to support the charities that are associated to it. It's nice to be able to mix up. That's what I like about this. It's not just one activity. It's not just like walking, running, or biking. It's actually a variety of different things, and I think that helps with keeping that motivation, that interest. Because if all you're doing 10 hours of walking, if you're not into your walking, it can feel quite tough. And that's when that mind over matter is so important, that focus, and that's why the training, putting it in beforehand.
If you don't enjoy it, you're not having fun with it, then it becomes really hard.
Especially
if you're doing such a long distance. Like, I don't like walking. I'm walking for another however many hours. Like, I don't want to do this.
Basically like we did.
But like you say, if there's variation to it, a bit like that one you mentioned, and I think because we did a sprint triathlon a few years ago, didn't we?
Yes.
And that was good fun.
That was good fun.
Cycling, running, and swimming.
Or swim, cycle, run. Yeah, that was good. I really enjoyed that.
That was good fun. Really it wasn't too long.
No.
Like, it wasn't like hours and hours. It was like an hour and a half, wasn't it?
Yeah, hour and a half, 2 hours.
And then like 3 different
activities.
Yeah, methods of travel.
And that's where I got into the biking. That's where I thought, actually, I could do this. I could do a longer bike ride. The next step up from the triathlon, what's that? Is that...
Well, the one that we did, sprint.
Yeah, so the next one is it a mile swim?
Is that what the full length of a triathlon?
No, there's like a half triathlon, I think, which is like, I don't know what they all are, but I think there's one up from a sprint, and then there's like a full. There's like a half, and then like a full. So I think like a half is something like maybe a mile swim, like 50 bike.
Someone out there will know. I'm
10k run, something like that. And
if you know what's in between,
if you know, let us know.
Tell us.
And then there's Ironman.
That's a hell of a jump.
Yeah.
Jeez. Because I don't know what that is. That's like, it's like you finished the marathon, so that's something stupid.
Yeah. That's.
But I don't know what's the first 2.
So bits. 2.5 mile swim.
Right.
I think, or 2.5 kilometre swim. 150 bike. Something like that, and then a marathon.
Marathon at the end.
Do you know anyone who's done one?
No, I've seen like videos of people that have done.
My next door neighbour.
Oh really?
He did one. He used to train in the garage in the middle of the night.
What was the verdict? What did he say?
Never again.
Got it.
Never again.
I'll tell you that sage advice there. Perfect.
Never again.
Got it. Yeah, because that'd be so hard. That's the thing I think
about. The marathon would get the marathon. I can't even do a marathon without.
Yeah, and that's the thing I think about the training stuff is like, well, when anything like that, anything that's like almost classed as extreme, I'd say, is like when you get to the latest stages of the training part, you are out there for so long.
Yeah, for so long.
Like marathon training, you're out there for like 4 hours.
5 hours.
trying to motivate yourself. If you got a big motivation to do it and enjoy this and stuff like that, it's probably much easier.
Much easier.
When you're like not that keen on running.
No, exactly. Like, that's why the furthest. So I trained for the marathon, then found out I was pregnant, so didn't do it. So I got up to 20 miles. I cried at the end of a 20-mile run. I did.
It's a long old way.
It's a long run, and I ran around Northampton, and I probably covered pretty much most of Northampton town centre, round up to like Eastern District, that sort of side of northeast of Northampton, into the villages, out background. It was hard going.
And about those days where you're just doing it in the piss and rain.
Yeah. Oh, on the day that I did the 20 miles, it was Easter weekend, and it rained, it snowed, it sleeted, and it was sunshine. So I literally had all 4 seasons in one day. I've done the furthest I've done. Have you done a half?
I didn't deliberately go out to do a half.
So you've not done a competitive half, as in done. So I've done two half marathons. I think half marathon is about 10K is actually probably now as far as I'd run. But I've done half marathons, and I would do another half marathon. I would do that. Subject.
It's a hell of an accomplishment. The feeling you get, same with any workout, I think, the feeling you get after doing it, you're like, yes.
Anything like that, yeah.
It is good.
Workout, like when we did the 100,000, as much as we hated it, it felt like an accomplishment.
Yeah. Yes,
when we did the 3 peaks, it felt like an accomplishment. Any of those things, even walking Snowdon, it's an accomplishment. Whatever you do, anything like that, set yourself those little goals, things to achieve. You keep yourself motivated, and it always makes it a little bit more fun.
Yeah, and it can be as big as small as you want, can't it? Like, it could be a marathon, it could be doing your first workout.
5K.
Yeah.
Couch to 5K, doing your first workout, doing a walk.
Yeah, you feel proud of yourself for doing it.
Exactly.
Which is a cool thing.
So, 21st of October, that is when we're doing it. We will let you know how we get on and how the training is going. But, wish us luck, and I'm sure we will be absolutely fine, Kristian. We're going to